Hello, folks. Donald Brooks here with you again. So good to see you. I'm going to ask you to do something for me in the future. I like beverages. My beverage of choice today is green tea. And my request is when you watch the Donald Brooks show, before you turn it on, get your beverage so we can feel like we're doing it together, be it coffee, tea, milk, whatever, or maybe an alcoholic beverage. But let's do it together. It'll feel like it's more an in-person thing, okay? So yes, I'm drinking green tea this morning. And boy, is it hot and good. Okay. The subject at hand today is the great Hank Aaron. So this is a tribute to Hank Aaron. Why today? Because he is being honored. Hank Aaron passed on a few years ago, about 2 years ago, I believe. He is being honored for his exploits on the baseball field. And this is a 50th year anniversary when he became the all-time home run leader in the history of baseball. He broke Babe Ruth's record that had stood for years and years and years. So this is a tribute to Hank Aaron. And you know how I am. A person has to be more than the best in his sport before I pay tribute to him. He has to be of good character. And why is that important? Because our heroes, our youth heroes are baseball players, basketball players, football players, boxers, and they should be decent people. They should do that because it's about the youth of this country. And so many athletes are very rude, crude. Not Hank Aaron, but when I say so many athletes, I don't mean all athletes. LeBron James is an exception. He's a very he's a person that the youth can look up to and be proud of. Hank Aaron was that man, without a doubt. He was very quiet. He was very humble. All he did was go about being one of the greatest baseball players that ever lived. You probably have heard, I bet a lot of our younger people haven't heard of Hank Aaron. They probably heard of Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays. Those two guys were great in their own right. They were more flamboyant than Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron didn't scream and talk, and he didn't showboat and do the things that people like to see. He just hit the ball out of the park. That's all he did, was hit home runs. Well, that's not all he did. He was more than just a home run hitter. He could run the bases. He had a strong throwing arm. He was a right fielder for the Braves, and he was a great player. You never heard anything bad about Hank Aaron, about having affairs or doing this, drugs, whatever. He was a family man, and his teammates admired him for the way he conducted himself, and of course, the way what he did on the baseball diamond. And this is the 50th year anniversary, 50th year of him breaking Babe Ruth's great home run record that stood for since the 1920s. So we applaud and pay tribute to Hank Aaron. And I understand he's going to be on a postage stamp with his picture and his name. And they're building a statue of him. And he's already in the Baseball Hall of Fame. But this tribute is well worth the wait to see for us to see Hank Aaron get his just due. A great player. Oh, he got his due, but we take some people, when they're quiet and unassuming, we take them for granted. I tell you one thing, I bet the pitchers didn't take Hank Aaron for granted. Oh, and by the way, let me apologize to one of my greatest Don Brooks show fan, and that's my friend Cindy. Cindy, I know you don't like sports, so just bear with me. And you probably turned it off when you found out it was going to be about sports, but we'll get back to subjects that are in the news and are important to the community next week. So I apologize to you, Cindy. She's something else. She's good. She's always critiquing the shows, and I love her for it. So anyway, back to Hank Aaron. To Hank Aaron's family, his teammates, the people that saw him play, I'm sure y'all both feel the same way I feel. He deserves everything and every accolade he can get. See y'all later. This tea is good. Don't forget, next week, get your beverage of choice.